Well, Stace, we're the first ones here, mate.
You know we'd be the first here, Colin, didn't you?
Yes, happy birthday to you. We're the first ones to wish you happy birthday, Carol.
Yeah, I know.
Long time no see that camera.
Well, sorry, guys.
I like your pink camera, Dad. It suits you.
Here's the birthday girl.
Very good.
Very nice. Camera's out. I like your pink camera.
I get it from my mum. She's the worst. But your patience, I get it from her. That's a word. My patience, I get it from you. Patience.
To thank all you wonderful people for coming here today. I'm allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to speak a long speech, but I'm allowed to say that. So what I would like to do, just expand that a little bit. And I would like to say, first of all, of course, thank you for coming. It's a wonderful establishment. I'm really pleased with the way this is set out tonight. And I'm very pleased also the way the tables have set out. I've had the opportunity for my family, my, her children.
Not your children.
Oh, yes, me as well. Yeah. And their children all around the same table. We're fitted in nicely. And so thank you for coming. I'd also like to thank the friends of Carol, birthday girl, Josie, who we've known for many years, and age of 5, is it? Is it 5? Good God, that's
What,
no, that's when you was.
1946.
You told me wrong, Jill. Warren.
1946.
1946. Right. And Stan, of course, her husband. Thank you for coming. Right. And I'd also like to thank, of course, right, Margaret. Where are you, Margaret? Where are you, Margaret? Now, Margaret, of course, Carol was the bridesmaid at Carol and Stacey's.
Margaret.
Carol, you was the bridesmaid. Was I really? Was I? Well, I'm sorry about that.
No, that was you, wasn't it, Stacey?
No, he was the missing one.
Oh, that's not.
Let's just blame it on age.
And also, of course, good friends of Carol, of course, being Eileen and Ernie, who actually met for the first time at Carol's wedding. He got married to me. He got married to me.
Your flies run down as well.
And not forsaken, of course, Janet. Janet is actually the president of the Inner Wheel, which was an organisation that Carol was very actively involved with over the last few years. And George, of course, right, who's going to play us a little tune later on. And of course, and also involved in the Inner Wheel. Thank you for coming. Right? Now we mustn't forget, of course, Carol's sister. Now they're not twins, by the way. They may look alike, but they really are not like twins. So thank you, Laurie and Barry, for coming. And of course, we mustn't forget my two sisters, who Carol also has been very good friends with, and Maureen, my eldest sister, only by a little bit older than me. My eldest sister and Freddie, of course, actually visited us when we was in Australia, and you lived with us for a month, didn't you?
That's right, I've got photographs of your Warren and
Share.
Carol's Warren.
And of course, my young sister. I taught her how to tap dance, by the way.
What?
I want something to teach your little sister.
Edward. Thank you all for coming here today. Yeah, now, I'm not allowed to speak anymore. I'm not allowed to give you a speech or anything.
3 minutes 47 already, Dad.
But I would like to sort of pass that on, really, if someone would take the challenge. And I'd like to ask my son Warren perhaps to say a few words.
Yeah, I could just. I must admit, I'd rather have a bit more notice than this morning. So I haven't prepared something. But firstly, can I just say a big thank you. It's so fantastic to see so many of the family here and close friends. But I was kind of reminiscing this morning of when I was 10, which kind of makes my mum, if I get this right, because the year was wrong when you announced it earlier, 34.
You were 30.
Yeah, and I've got to say, my mum has not changed since the age I was 10. So very true. But this morning I was kind of searching on the internet to see what kind of happened back in 1946. And unfortunately, Mum, there was no one famous that was kind of born on that day. Not massive.
Famous to us.
But it was towards the end of the Second World War, which did make me kind of think, well, how much were the cost of things back then? You know, for me, my wife, my kids here, Sharon and Damien, is that they got no idea of what things cost back in 1946.
Where's the problem check?
I'm going to ask a few questions. There's a Ford Poplar that came out. Can anybody remember what the price of that car was back 1946?
650. 150.
Oh, right, you are so wrong. Right? It was £80. £80. Right. Okay. So how much was a semi-detached house going back then?
£800.
It was between £550 and £750. What? That's crazy. But the average mortgage, the average mortgage going back then was £4 a month.
That's right.
What?
The wages weren't that much.
It's so easy. You know, that's on minimum wage. We all know what radio is today, right? You know, we listen to Capital Radio, Kiss FM, you know, iTunes and all that. You know, back, you know, in 1946, it was the wireless. But let's move on.
Can I just interrupt on that wireless? Were you aware when the wireless first came out, people used to shut their windows to stop the wireless radio waves coming into their house? They were scared of the wireless.
Wi-Fi. I want to move on to something a bit more interesting. I want to talk about my mum's nicknames. And it's quite a funny one actually, right? Because it was about 3 weeks ago, a couple of friends of ours, David and Amanda, are in Spain. And Amanda phones me up and goes, oh, Warren, goes, I'm drinking a bottle of wine by the name of your mum. Right? I thought, oh, that's fantastic. So can you buy a bottle and bring it back? Right, well, let me just show you this. Right. This bottle of wine has come all the way from Spain, and it says Anna. Right? I know, and you're going to say, I've never heard that before, but my dad so many times refers to mum as Anna. Why do you do that, Dad?
Well, I don't know, my dad used to say it. Stevie used to say it, didn't he? Yeah, it's Anna. Anna. Come on, Anna. Time to go, Anna. Yeah.
It's whenever you want to get Carol home, you say it.
Yeah, that's right.
Whenever he wants to go home.
Do you remember he used to say Phoebe's there? Do you remember his words we used to say, didn't he? He used to say it, Steve.
So we got a bottle of Anna, have we?
But another name, which I think we all will familiarise ourselves with this one.
Join the
is
kids.
Carol! Can I just hear everyone together just say, I'm going to count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Carol! my mum puts on a pretty face, she can be quite scary. I mean, really scary at times. I've sat at home for an hour and I've already seen my mum really nudge my dad down to go. But I do recall, right? All of you kind of know me, and I was a terror when I was a kid. There's no getting away from it.
Very good.
But I do recall my mum. This was in Skye in Adelaide, South Australia.
Big spoon.
And my mum chasing me around the dining room table with a slipper. Right? I'm running fast. She's running really fast as well. Right? And she's saying, "Stop!" And I'm going, "I'm not going to stop. She's going to hit me." She goes, "I'm not going to hit you. There was another time we had a family holiday in Fiji, and my dad and I, we'd never been sailing before in our lives.
Don't tell me.
So anyway, my dad and I, we hired this catamaran, which is a dual hull, and it's quite a scary kind of beast of a sailing boat to go on. Bearing in mind, the day before we was catching
Tuna, but we've got sharks as well.
Sharks beyond the reefs. And we said to Mum, just before we hired this catamaran, "Mum, if you see us in distress, can you go get help?"
No.
Right? So there we are. Right? We managed to get this boat with the wind going in one direction. Right? We could not get it going anywhere else. Right? And it was taking us out further and further towards the reefs where these sharks were. So Dad and I go, right, okay, distress signal. "Mum!" And she's on the beach laying there, and she waves back. Honestly, just waves back. Honestly, I'm not joking. You asked me that, right? He'll expand on this story later. I mean, I was at the point, because we was getting to the reefs, of jumping overboard.
Yeah, I know, I'd hold you back.
Yeah, you did. But another time. No, I'm not real. I know it's your birthday, right? There's some good stuff coming later as well, right? But there was another time when we lived in Altair Avenue, and I phoned Sharon up for this one. I said, "Tell me a story that I've forgotten," right? She goes, "Well, do you remember that Mum threatened to adopt you?"
I just want to say, Warren turned around and went, "I don't want to live here anymore, no one loves me. So, can I be adopted?" So Mum went along with it. I obviously didn't know this at this point. We went, "Didn't know."
You probably agreed with it.
No, I didn't. I cried because I thought he was going, believe it. And Mum went, "It's fine, they're coming at say 4 o'clock." So Warren had packed his bags, and I'm crying in my bedroom, going, "I can't leave my brother." I'm joking, she's tapping me. And then you gave in. And then we were all happy families again.
But I've got to say, it was 19 years ago that I opened up my company from my old bedroom at my mum and dad's house. And my mum, over the last 19 years, has been a real backbone, a great support. Yeah, for me on opening the business. And even to this day, my mum still works at the company, even though she comes in on whatever hours she wants to do and does whatever she wants. Oh, Tara, some of the things I've got to deal with. Right? But one of the things I think if my mum were to come back in another life, I think she would come back as a doctor or a nurse. She knows everything about everything. It's unbelievable.
I would say a detective.
What about one of the other names that she was called at work? Your clients used to call her.
Oh, Rottweiler.
Daniel's clients didn't actually know that it was his mother-in-law.
No, they used to say, she said, "We get called from this woman in your accounts department, debt collecting. What a Rottweiler she is." But they did say, "Do you know what? We could do with one of those in our business."
So if I move on to this kind of nurse or doctor side that my mum really prolongs, well, I don't know why you don't do it. I mean, even my wife has gone back to university to kind of study counselling, and still, but I've got to turn around and say is that there was a time when I needed my mum.
Can I just interrupt that one?
Oh, God, here we go.
No. She's gone back to university for this counselling so that she will
counsel
finally
you.
and eventually understand her husband.
be a hard, long
Okay.
job.
So I really need
Yeah.
my mother to nurse me at this point, and this is probably more embarrassing for me than what it is for my mum. Right, but again, this was in Adelaide, and I think kind of Australian boys, you know, when you kind of get up in the morning, you just want to get out on your BMX and play. You know, you just don't wear kind of boxer shorts.
Normal
Right.
people do, Warren.
Do they?
They do.
Right, so anyway, I threw my trousers on, did my zip up, and it was like, oh shit, what have I just done?
Ultimately end, does it?
But I tell you what, I really needed my mum.
And Mum's best friend, who's a nurse, was around at the time.
Do you know what? She was fantastic in the way that she kind of nursed me. So I had a pair of jeans on, she cut all the way around the jeans and just left this patch going there. Right? And then she says, that's it, we're now going to hospital. Right?
get
She's holding
Dad
my
and
hand in the
Nanny
back of the car. And Dad's driving me
Dad and Nanny
to my Dad's driving me to the hospital, and then the zip just dropped off. Right? But I was perfectly fine. Obviously, I've got
something
kids,
growth.
so it's really
It stunted the growth.
Well, anyway,
In Australia, you know the zip.
okay, a couple of truths that my mum doesn't know about Sharon and I.
Don't tell us. We don't want to know. That's the truth.
I think my mum thought that every kind of young teenager needs to learn how to dance.
Ballroom dance.
So my mum booked up ballroom dancing for 4 months for Sharon and I to go, and it's the most boring thing we've ever. In fact,
It was called Judy's.
Judy's. That was right. It was called
Judy's
Judy's.
dance
But
class.
I'm going to tell you.
We got to sing again.
Yeah, let's see again.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.